Now, Africaribbean has kicked off its historic 31st annual meeting, which is being held for the first time in the Bahamas. Now, this year's event is incorporating the third Africaribbean Trade and Investment Forum 2024 and bringing together world leaders, academics and corporations for the next 3 days. Let's cross over now to Nassau and speak to Arise anchor Mairo-Ese and international correspondent Adefemi Akinsanya. It's lovely to see you both, Ayo and Adefemi. I trust you're both enjoying the great sights of the islands already.
Hello, Abby. Good afternoon.
Good
evening. I don't think we've been able to explore yet.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope you get to do that before you leave.
We're very excited to be here, Abby. I have to...
Oh, it is exciting.
Exactly. We are very excited to be here. There is a lot of hustle and bustle happening around.
Absolutely.
We're keeping one eye on you back in Lagos, another eye on the alleyway beside us because we don't know which dignitary will walk past, so we might have to jump in and out. But we're having a great time, aren't we, Ayo?
That's great to hear. That's great.
Yeah, having a great time.
Oh, that's lovely. All right, let's begin now with what the theme for this year's forum is. And of course, the theme for today as well, as that pretty much gives us an overarching feel of the nature of discussions to expect.
All right, so the theme for the first edition of Africaribbean meetings here in the Bahamas is owning our destiny, economic prosperity on the platform of global Africa. And truly we've started on quite a great note in terms of just speaking about that. We've seen quite great collaborations and opportunities, particularly for the African delegates, the Africans in diaspora, and of course the Caribbean delegates, and just the conversations, the sessions, the topics that we have on the program reflects that it's going to be a rich, robust conversation here this year.
Theme. Now, Adefemi, in terms of representation, could you share with us what bodies, organizations, dignitaries have spoken already, and what other speakers to expect?
Thank you so much. We're still very early on in the proceedings, but you couldn't tell by the amount of dignitaries that we've been able to listen to. Representatives from Africaribbean itself. We've been listening to Yemi Kale as well talk about his own experience in terms of the data, what we can expect from his relationship with the bank, what that means for the African continent as a whole, and also representatives from the Caribbean. We had an opening remark from a representative who represents Jamaica, but she made such a wonderful point about how in Jamaica specifically, one of their limitations is also one of their greatest assets is that they don't see limits. And that is something that we can definitely, as Nigerians, as Africans, can relate to. So we were listening to those types of remarks. And also, in addition to that, we have just seen the president of Africaribbean, President Benedict Oke-Orama, take to the stage, take some photographs. He's yet to make his own full remarks. I think that will be something that we will see at the grander opening ceremony on day 2, but he is around here. In terms of representation, we do know that we are expecting today to see, hopefully, and speak to Aliko Dangote. We know that he'll be taking the stage at some point to discuss his own relationship as it pertains to business on the African continent and what forges and relationships can be made here across the Caribbean. In addition to that, we are still hoping to speak to as many people as possible. Now, I shouldn't be telling you this because this is Ayo's gist to tell.
Okay, so we will have to come back to Adefemi and Ayo shortly. Of course, they're giving us updates as what's happening over there at the Africaribbean, all the way from the Bahamas. And please stay with us.